Gamers, gamers, gamers. There's a topic that I wanted to talk to you guys about that's been going around the Overwatch community app as of recently. And that is that solo tanking is the worst experience ever. As of recently, there has been a lot of content going around solo tanking, consisting of 5v5 versus 6v6, the Korean tank protest, rants on online forums, and much more. To be honest, it's been going on for a very long time. I'll be going through a lot of my own issues with solo tanking that I'm sure a lot of you viewers are going through still today. Recently, Blizzard just released 132 for testing. Well, it's done now, but it's been getting mixed feelings. Some players said if you don't run 2 tanks, it's basically game over for the solo tanking team. Is that as bad as they say? It can be. For the most part, it really is. Is it fun for the solo tanker? No. Solo tanking is doable, but the experience with another tank is significantly better unless your team is just way better than the enemy team. You are significantly nerfed, and you basically become hold a corner and don't die guy. A bit about myself. I started playing Overwatch during the GOATS meta in 2018 through 2019. I played all sorts of characters in all the roles, but I primarily played tank. I played through the horrors that was GOATS, Double Shield, Bunker, Hog and Ball Torture, Hog Zarya, Hog Orisa, you name it. I remember when they moved away from open queue into the 222 role lock. During this time, instead of hero bans, we got pool bans. Alongside that, we got insane queue times. So bad that it wasn't weird or strange to get 30 to 1 hour long queues, sometimes even longer. Funny thing, they added priority passes and it still never fixed the issue. You're probably asking yourself right now, how is solo tanking tied to this? Well, let me tell you. To stop the GOATS meta, they added a rogue queue. However, it quickly became that the tank was the fastest queue by a significant amount compared to both DPS and support. If you played tank during Double Shield, Hog Zarya, Hog Ball, Hog Risa, etc., it dawned on you pretty quick that it was a miserable experience. No one had fun cycling cooldowns to just shoot at barriers for 10 years. You were forced to play the meta tanks. The only exception was if your team was significantly better than the enemy team. This result created a tank player shortage, creating massive queue times for DPS and support. In Overwatch 1, they tested a 122 before in the past, alongside 132 actually. Overwatch 2, obviously as we know, came with 122. The truth is, the removal of a tank is to prevent the insane queue times that came with 222. Now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about what solo tanking is really like nowadays. It's miserable. There's a reason why tanks are still the shortest queue in the game. Tank queues are literally shorter than cooldowns. If you flex queue, 8 out of your 10 games will guaranteed be tank. There are a few issues that just burns my soul and makes me not want to play tank ever again. When you queue as tank, you're literally signing away your soul to Satan in hell, knowing that you were in a riot of very high highs and also very low lows. One of my biggest issues is how it feels like there's so much to do as tank, but you just can't do it. Tanks have the most responsibilities because, well, you are the only tank. There is no other tank player who can do parts of your job, and it makes sense. You have insane amounts of HP, barrier, movement, damage, etc. to make things happen. You have a ton of agency and you control the flow of the fight. However, sometimes you are put in scenarios where it feels like you are doing everything, fighting the tank, DPS supports, struggling and sweating your ass off, only for you to turn around and see that none of your DPS or supports are doing anything. Instead, are drilling on their keyboards. I have been put in countless situations where I had to do everything I can as a tank, while also putting some of my teammates on my back, and it still just isn't enough. There's a phrase that stuck with me after watching Wizard Hyung's Korean tank video. If your tank is bad, you are very likely to lose. If your tank is good, doesn't mean you win. It is very frustrating when you not only play a very demanding role, you do exceptionally more on top of that, and it still isn't enough to win. You can play your role and put other players on other roles on your back, and it's just not enough. Whereas if I play DPS and I'm rolling the enemy team, I feel like I am Thanos. I am the server admin. You have so much on your shoulders, and even if you execute your job perfectly, it doesn't guarantee a win. Let's move to my next point. You are the most abused player on the team. Tank players have to be masochists. We queue this role whether we like it or not, and take so much abuse from other players. You can be the next 2-time Overwatch League champion, World Cup champion, the face of Overwatch League, Matthew DeLisi, aka Super TF, or the king of Overwatch, also known as Flats on Tank. Lose your game to a thrower, and your team will still type Tank Div. Tank is a truly unthankful role. To all Tank players out there, thank you for your sacrifice. If things go wrong, you're always the first one to get blamed. Doesn't matter if it isn't your fault. It is always somehow tied to you. For some god unknown reason, your teammates will always tell you to swap even when you're not the issue. I know you Tank players have had that game where you lose one team fight and someone types Tank? Even when it's not even your fault. Never mind the fact that players love dogpiling on the Tank. You know, sometimes I wish we have a time when players start glazing Tank players, even just for one day. On to the next topic. As a Tank, it is just stressful. Whenever I queue flex with my girlfriend or a group of friends, and I see that I get Tank, I legitimately lay down my chair in defeat. I start dreading the next 10 to 30 minutes because I know I had to be entirely locked in the entire time. There are no breaks. There is no time to relax. And if you do, the game punishes you. It's completely different when I get support or DPS. Actually, I am relieved when I get it. Queuing as Tank is like working an entire shift at your job. Why do I want to come back from my terrible job and then on my off time, queue Tank and work again? To my next topic here. It's not fun when you're not doing well as Tank either. It's not fun for anyone. There isn't anyone to bounce off of. You don't have the other player in your role who can pick up your slack. You have to perform at all times. If you aren't and you lose a few fights, that will cost you the entire game. If the enemy team counter swaps you, you have to swap entirely or just face total hell. Now, obviously there are a few exceptions to this, right? If you're like Zebra or Get Quaked On or one of the Doomfist gods, Super TF on Ryan, Flats on Ryan, Bulgar on Winston, etc., you can get away with it because those players are really good at their characters and really good at the game. Most of us, however, don't get that option. The amount of times I do 1-2 fights as a Tank and immediately get shut down the next fight is astounding. Now, I get it. If the Tank is Giga carrying the game, you have to shut them down ASAP. This is one of the issues as a Giga powerful Tank in 5v5. Less so on 6v6. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of other topics I didn't go through that you feel like it should have been gone through or things I didn't bring up. So if you have something in your mind, please drop it down in the comments below. You know, I've been thinking, maybe as Tanks, we have to accept that no matter what we do, our lives would just be miserable. We live a thankless life, a life of pain and suffering. Even with this, we pushed on because no one would do it. We queue it because, again, someone has to. We push through the pain because it needs to be done. So, the next time you see a Tank player, wave hello to them and thank them. Well, gamers, this marks the end of my video, and I hope you all enjoyed it. I'm working on trying to upload a lot more videos, and if you like what you're seeing and you want more, feel free to subscribe, drop a like, comment down below, and share this to a Tank player who you know just needs someone to talk to. Hey, I appreciate you guys. Thank you, and I'll see you all soon.